So for step 23, the rear dampers 2, well, we need to be able to fill the cylinders with the oil and get the air bubbles out. So you can see they're telling you to fill this up and then slowly move up and down the piston just to make sure that you can get most of that air out. And then we're going to seal it with the cap. So I'll show you how to do that. We'll set this up and we'll fill these 2 cylinders with oil. So with this, they're showing that they want you to pull this all the way down, and now we're going to fill this with the oil. Now I'm probably going to end up using a few different bottles here just because I've got all these spares. Yeah, and it's going to be a little air bubbly, but that's okay. Okay, so there's one gone. Let's grab another one of these. And we'll just fill this all the way. So I'm essentially filling this all the way to the top. And it's more or less what they're showing you, filling it as far as you can. Now initially what we need to do is make sure that we get all of the air out. So I'm just moving this up and down really slow. So that we can push the air to the surface. Push the air all the way to the surface. And that looks like it's pretty good. So what we need to do is grab one of our seals, and you can see, and you'll see, if I push this, the oil's going to overrun. That's okay. That's what they want you to do. Let it overrun, because you're trying to keep the air out of there. So by doing that and pushing this down, you're getting a good seal. And then we need to just take the cap and screw it in place. And you'll want to screw that all the way down, just like that. And now you should have a good seal, and you notice how it's wanting to kick out the piston. And that's what you want. Very, very cool. So we'll do the same thing with the other one. So we're going to fill this with the oil. I've already got this all the way down to the bottom. So let's fill this with the oil. There might be enough in this little bottle that'll fill the whole thing. I think there is. So that's pretty much right at the top. So now we're going to push and get all those air bubbles that you're seeing out to the top. And I might even fill this just a touch more. Almost so that it's level. Because yes, we're going to lose some when we put the seal on, but it will help to secure or eliminate the air bubbles. So you can see that that's pretty smooth now. I'm happy with that. I'll do it one more time, but I'm good with that. You can see there's no new air bubbles forming. So again, we'll put this on. You can see the oil is going to leak all over the place. That's okay. Clean this off. Push that down a little farther. Squeeze that down. And you can see that's going to work right like that. So we can now put on the other cap. Tighten that all the way, which it is, and it'll be the same thing. It'll kick out the bottom. So we've eliminated the oil, or I should say the air out of the oil, and now it creates almost like a bit of pressure. So they're kind of pressurized. So now both of these are ready to go. Very, very cool. So step 23 is complete. We're now going to move on to step 24, which is rear dampers 3, and we're going to add the springs and the pieces that are going to add spring tension. And there are choices for those, but we'll talk about that more in 24.